everyone, and welcome to the General Hospital recap for August 18th. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Oh, PJ, you scared me. We have a cat friend here. This is the second to last mess upload I'll be doing, and then come September, we are going to be on a daily basis, and I'm really excited to be back with you daily. So let's get right to it. At General Hospital, Griffin asked Kiki about the scheduling of Anna's phlebotomy, and the outing with Ava gets brought up. At Ava's, Ava dreams about Griffin again, and I'm like, uncomfortable. Kiki steps over. She's worried. Ava says that she was having trouble sleeping because she didn't feel well. Ava does feel a bit feverish, and that makes Kiki want to bring her to the hospital because in her condition, having a fever could be very serious. And Kiki's like, I'll call Griffin, and Ava's like, no, don't do that. They talk about Griffin, and she tells him about the bee sting, and Ava finally agrees to go to the hospital, but they definitely shouldn't trouble Dr. Monroe. At Kelly's, Anna and Emma are having breakfast. She wants to give the diamond back to Spencer. Is it one of Hayden's? Like, what's going on here with this diamond? Anna asks to borrow the little heart and diamond, and Anna thinks something suspicious is going on here. Emma doesn't think it's a real diamond, and Anna says she just wants to ascertain if it's real or not, and if it is real, how did Spencer get it? Emma's so cute. She's like, do you think Spencer's involved with espionage? And Anna's like, no, I don't think Spencer is involved with espionage. I don't think he's involved with anything, but diamonds this size are precious and often have a story to tell. At the Metroport, Nina and Valentine have breakfast. They talk about the Horse Foundation, but not for long. She has like a literal list of things he would need to do to even try to be back with her. The conversation quickly turns to Anna, and Nina also wants Valentine to make peace with Spencer. He is going to try to have the lawsuit thrown out for both their sakes because he's looking out for Spencer's best interest when it comes to this lawsuit. Amazingly, Nina understands how Lulu was acting because she missed the first few years of Charlotte's life, and I'm like, wow, I'm glad you finally had that realization and I don't have to be annoyed with you anymore. Okay, he'll make peace with Lulu with all that. He says he agrees and wants to move forward in peace, and she feels that his sincerity is actually a way to manipulate her. He promises no more Anna and Charlotte will always come first, and he'll see Nina as an equal and a complicated human being. Okay, so what if she does come back and they rebuild a life? Can he promise he won't do anything to disrupt that life? And he says he can't make that promise. And honestly, no one can make that promise because you can't predict the future. He can't promise to always work inside the law. And that's where I'm like, are you even trying? He's already put stuff in motion, and there's parts of his life that are complicated when it comes to the law. He promises he'd never do bad things to her or Charlotte though, so you know, there's that. At Franco's studio, Liz and Franco go there. He hasn't been there in a really long time, and she wants to make new memories here because all he has is bad memories, and he's like, you know what, I just want to be alone. So she'll go. As soon as she does, he starts spray painting something. So he writes CO77X. Remember CO77X? I kind of had a feeling that that's where this was going. And then he starts like cutting the canvas into quarters and destroying it. The shipments start coming in. A lot of old artwork with the CO77X. He's destroying it with paint and like all I could think of. Okay, so we're delving into personal life real fast. So back in 2010, me and Cassie went to see Port Chuck, and they did like a Q&A for the show afterwards. And if you don't know, Port Chuck is Stephen Reeves, Steve Burton, Bradford Anderson, and Brandon Barish. During the Q&A, this guy went up and showed them that he had CO77X tattooed right here in like these huge block artistic letters. And they were like, oh wow, like that's wow. So when Franco's destroying all the CO77X and even seeing what they did with his character, changing him for Roger Howarth, I always think of that guy who had it tattooed on his arm and like what he's thinking of all this. Whether you like Franco or not, like they drastically changed his character to bring Roger Howarth back, and honestly I think they should have brought him back as someone else because Franco's, I don't know, Franco's a weird character like to try to redeem and like kind of revise history, you know? Like, I feel like the people who loved James Franco loved him for the reasons that they've since tried to explain away. Anyway, Franco's having an artistic breakdown. Back at General Hospital, Elizabeth gets to work late. Right, PJ? PJ never gets to work late. Anna arrives, and Anna grabs Liz real fast to show her the diamond. Anna is getting ready for her phlebotomy. She's asking about the diamond. She asks if it could be one of Hayden's, but they were all accounted for. And Elizabeth says that Nicholas at one point did spill them, and maybe he didn't pick them all up, and Spencer got a hold of it. Kiki and Ava arrive. The doctor takes Ava to check up on her, and Griffin comes over, and Kiki tells him about the fever. She asks if he can check on Ava if she's not here, because she got this cryptic text message that she has to check out. The doctor says Ava has mild influenza. Griffin wants to help her, but Ava says that she's got it. She says she's waiting for Kiki, and Griffin's like, oh, actually, Kiki asked me to help because she had to go check up on something, but that's a problem for Ava. He apologizes if going to the concert led her to getting sick. She's like, you know what, don't even worry about it. Like, I'm just waiting for Kiki, and she's like totally pulling away from him 100%. Liz comes over to Griffin and asks what's going on, and he's like, I got no idea. Back at the studio, Franco is having an artistic breakdown. He's continuing to destroy more and more paintings, and Kiki comes in and yells at him to stop. These remind him of who he was, and he got them back so he could erase that part of him, and he definitely doesn't want Elizabeth to see them. And the cryptic text was that Franco's moving out of the apartment. Kiki's gonna have the apartment all to herself now. He still wants to create, just with different inspiration. She tells him to get over it. This art has a place in the world, maybe just not with him. And she wants him to give the art to her mom. She's putting stuff together. She thinks maybe the money could go into a trust or go to her to help her with the rent she's gonna have to pay now, or with med school. The work belongs in the world, and it really gives him something to think about. Back at the Metro Court, Valentine promises to never do bad things that would hurt Nina or Charlotte, and then Anna comes in, and Valentine is like, watch me ignore her. And I'm like, okay dude, like, good job, you ignored her when she wasn't even trying to talk to you. You got this. Anna is consulting with someone who worked with the Berlin diamonds. And now end scene. Nina thinks Valentine can do better, that she and Charlotte could do better, and he says, I can only give you my true self. He won't beg, not anymore. So is that gonna make, you know, now that he isn't like going after Nina, is she gonna then come for him? The guy Anna's consulting asks where she got the diamond, and I didn't catch his name. I don't know if they said his name. They probably did. Kiki brings Ava home. Ava wants a little space. Kiki's going to check in on her later, and Ava gets self-deprecating really fast. Elizabeth helps Griffin, you know, don't take it personally. He thought Ava was progressing. He wants to help her realize she can love her life, and he genuinely likes her, and she tells him to hang in there. There's a lot of knocks at Ava's door. It's Franco, and he has a proposition for her. So that's interesting. I will give it that. It's interesting. So let's see where that goes, and I will see you in 2 seconds from General Hospital. Woo woo.